Hello everyone, this is Marielle Lucenio for LiCAS.news Weekly Wrap, and these are our headlines this week. A Catholic bishop in Manila called for prudence in the COVID-19 vaccine issue. Aid workers reported that Rohingya refugees are being coerced into going to a remote island in Bangladesh. Victims of the Bhopal gas tragedy in India said the pandemic has worsened their plight. Statues of the Blessed Virgin Mary and Mother Teresa were vandalized in an Indian church. U.S. bans cotton imports from a China producer, citing Xinjiang slave labor. Pope cites American women martyred in El Salvador as example of how to be faithful disciples. And now, to our stories. A Catholic bishop in the Philippines called for prudence in the issue of the new COVID-19 vaccine. Bishop Oscar Florencio, Vice Chairman of the Episcopal Commission on Healthcare of the Bishops' Conference, said that there is a need for prudence as to whether the vaccine is really the right medicine or if it is the right time to administer it. He said one should not just reason out emergency cases because we have been already in the emergency times. The prelate said the dignity of a person should be given paramount importance when dealing with something that will affect the lives of the people. Philippine President Rodrigo Duterte issued an executive order this week granting the Food and Drug Administration the power to clear COVID-19 drugs and vaccine for emergency use. Refugees and humanitarian workers this week said some of the thousands of Rohingya people shipped to a remote island had been coerced, despite the assertion of the Bangladesh government that none would be forced to go. Some refugees named as willing to go to the island were in hiding on December 3 amid a heavy security presence at the sprawling refugee camps in Bangladesh. A government spokesman denied the allegation, saying the relocation was voluntary. Police escorted the first group of 1,000 refugees in buses from Cox's Bazar for the journey to Chittagong port and then on to Basan Char, a flood-prone Bay of Bengal island that emerged from the sea 20 years ago. Victims of the Bhopal gas tragedy in central Indian cities staged a protest on December 3 to demand justice for people suffering cancer, blindness, respiratory, immune, and neurological problems from the world's worst industrial disaster 36 years ago. In the early hours of December 3, 1984, gas leaked from the pesticide factory owned by American Union Carbide Corporation. More than 500,000 people were poisoned that night, and the official death toll exceeded 5,000. Thousands of survivors have said they, their children, and grandchildren are struggling with chronic health problems as a result of the leak and toxic waste left behind and face hefty medical bills at a time when the pandemic is making their health even more fragile. Statues of Blessed Virgin Mary and Saint Mother Teresa have been vandalized in a church in India's east. Unidentified individuals removed the two statues from the grottos of the Sacred Heart Church of Marapai at West Bengal State and then broke them into pieces. The parish priest said that the statues were desecrated at the dead of night. The damage was first discovered on the morning of November 28. Bishop Shamai Bose of Baroypur said the culprits tried to vandalize other statues but did not succeed. The Trump administration expanded economic pressure on China's western region of Xinjiang on December 2, banning cotton imports from a powerful Chinese quasi-military organization that it says uses the forced labor of detained Uyghur Muslims. The U.S. Customs and Borders Protection Agency said that the withhold release order would ban cotton and cotton products from Xinjiang Production and Construction Corporation, one of China's largest producers. The move is among several attempts the Trump administration has been working on in its final weeks to harden the U.S. position against China, making it more difficult for President-elect Joe Biden to ease U.S.-China tensions. Pope Francis remembered this week 4 American women who were martyred in El Salvador 40 years ago as examples of being faithful missionary disciples. In his weekly general audience in the Vatican on December 2, the pontiff recalled the missionary women who were killed because of their work with the poor. The women were killed on December 2, 1980, 10 months after the start of the civil war in El Salvador and 8 months since the murder of Salvadorian Archbishop, now Saint, Oscar Romero. So those are the stories that caught our attention this week. Again, I am Marielle Lucenio for LiCAS.news, your independent Catholic news source in Asia. And for more stories, don't forget to check our website and subscribe to our YouTube channel.